For those of you that don't know, I'm up here in the Great White North, and where I live, we can get cold weather pretty early. In fact, we've already had our first dusting of snow this year, which has got me thinking a little bit about my home heating situation. Now, I'm a tech nerd, but the one thing that I have not really invested in yet are smart thermostats. I still have these extremely basic digital thermostats that don't even have scheduling features, which means I'm basically just throwing away money that I should be saving by turning off those heaters on a schedule. Thankfully, that's about to change because Mysa wanted to partner with me on a video to show you guys their very unique smart thermostats and how they work. I'll be putting these in key areas of my home like my office, my bedroom, my living room, and my garage so that I can monitor my energy usage and set up schedules to save big on electricity costs, which can, get pretty darn expensive when you live somewhere cold like I do. These thermostats are special. In a lot of places here in Canada, we have what's called electric baseboard heaters. Those heaters require a high voltage thermostat, and Mysa's lineup of smart thermostats are one of the only products on the market that work with those baseboard heaters and have features like Google Home, Amazon Alexa, and Apple HomeKit integration, a full app with scheduling and energy monitoring, and a bunch of other stuff. Inside the box of their V2 smart thermostat, you get the thermostat itself, some documentation on how to install it and set it up, some wire nuts, and some screws to mount it. Now, this is a pretty easy install, and Mysa's got several videos here on YouTube on how to install one of these, and I'll link that in the description down below, but this is a high voltage install, so if you're uncomfortable with doing this sort of thing, you should consult a certified electrician. We're gonna start with the thermostat in my bedroom. After shutting off the power to my house via the breaker, I removed the old thermostat and wires from the wall box. Then, after consulting the wiring manual that comes in the box, I twisted together the new wires from the Mysa thermostat and the wires inside of the wall box in the correct configuration. After securing the thermostat to the wall box and popping the faceplate back on, I switched the power back on and the thermostat was ready to pair. All you gotta do then is add the thermostat to the Mysa app and follow the directions on screen. I also have another one of those V2 thermostats here in my office. The V2 has a humidity sensor, which is really important to me since I keep all of my plants here in my office and they need a certain amount of moisture in the air to be healthy. The Mysa app will actually notify me if the humidity gets too low in this room, but we'll go into that a little bit later. All right, now we're gonna install a different Mysa thermostat in the garage. This is the Mysa Thermostat Light. It's a more affordable version of their V2 thermostat that still has things like scheduling and remote access. The important bit for me is that the Light has these physical buttons. I wear gloves when I'm working on my truck, for example, and it's really nice to be able to use this thermostat without having to take my gloves off. The install process is exactly the same. Flick off the power, remove the old thermostat, wire up the new one, secure it to the wall, turn back on the power, and connect it to the app. The third type of thermostat that Mysa sent me is specifically built for mini split heat pumps. This one's my favorite because I don't have to wire anything up. It works like a remote that interfaces directly with most major heat pump brands and then controls it wirelessly. It comes with a wall mount and a stand in the box, as well as the power adapter. To set this one up, all you gotta do is connect the thermostat to the Mysa app via a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network, choose the brand of heat pump you have, and then send the IR signal codes from the heat pump remote to the thermostat so that the thermostat can directly control the heat pump. Okay, so now that I have all of the smart thermostats in all of the major areas of my house, it's time to show you what they can do. First of all, these thermostats can integrate directly into my smart home setup via Google Home or Apple HomeKit. If I tap on the climate button in the Google Home app, I can see all of my thermostats and control them directly from here since I have them linked from the Mysa app. To do that is very simple. All I gotta do is add a device in the Google Home app, tap Works with Google, and then search for Mysa. Sign in with your Mysa username and password, and then you can go through the process of choosing which thermostats belong in which rooms of your home. Now that Mysa has been set up with Google, I can use the voice assistants at any time to do things like turn off my heat, change the temperature, or even just ask what temperature it is in a particular room. If I'm worried about my plants, I can even ask what the current humidity is, and it'll tell me without having to pick up my phone at all. The Mysa app gets even more useful. Now this is where you're gonna wanna set up your schedules. For example, I don't even go inside my bedroom until like 9 or 10 p.m. at night. So during the day, I'm gonna set my temperature to around 15 degrees Celsius, and then around 9 p.m. I'll set the temperature to 20. That way I'm not wasting money heating rooms that aren't being used. Speaking of money, the app will also show us exactly how much energy each of our heaters are using and how much that'll cost us according to our provincial electricity rate. I've had the Mysa thermostat here in my office set up for a while now, and I can see that in October, heating this room used around 4 kilowatt hours of electricity, and it cost me about $47. The daily tab will even show you more granular data over time, including temperature, humidity, and electricity usage readings right down to the hour. I work from home, but if I didn't, I could also do what's called geofencing. Mysa has a feature you can turn on where if you leave your house with your phone, it knows to automatically turn back your heat since you aren't at home. That could save you quite a bit of money too, along with using schedules for each of the rooms in your house. The app also has smart alerts. Remember that humidity warning I talked about earlier? If you go into Manage Mysa Homes, select your home, and then tap on Smart Alerts, you can set alerts for geofencing, high or low temperature, or high or low humidity, and you can even target which thermostats these alerts work for. So I can use the low humidity alert in my office, but I don't need that in my bedroom. These smart thermostats are really cool, and they have way more features than I thought they would. Being able to tell my thermostats exactly when to turn on or turn off on a schedule is going to save me a lot of money in the long run. And to that point, if you're interested in picking these up for yourself, there's a good chance that your local government has some form of rebate available for you. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can find some of those rebates and these thermostats if you're interested. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a great day.